Okay, so this is a Raleigh 20 that I rebuilt. I got on Marketplace for 20 bucks and did a bunch of updates to it. I switched out the drivetrain except for the rear hub and relaced the wheels with new alloy rims. I kept the old hubs, especially the Sturmy Archer 3-speed. I rebuilt that and also put on a new shifter. Anyway, got this going. It's a sweet little ride, great fold-up bike that I'm gonna use for some family events I have coming up. But the one thing that's terrible about it are the brakes. So if you see, these brakes are super long reach, vintage German brakes, Alterberger, I believe. Please correct me in the comments. I'm not too familiar with these. In any case, they just don't have the stopping power. And so I looked this up and I saw on Sheldon Brown's site some remedies for that. He was a big Raleigh 20 fan and had a bunch of them. And what he did what's called the DIY drop bolt, and give some links to doing it yourself. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to create drop bolts for the front and back, and we're going to use some aluminum stock flat 1/8 by 3/4 inch that Sheldon Brown recommends on his website. It's really, it's stiff. It's also very easy to cut and drill. So I think this is going to work out great. I already created these drop bolts, just the blanks that we're going to use. And what we're going to do today is measure it out, drill it, and put them on. All right, so yeah, let's get started. So what we're going to do, we're going to start in the back. If you look, these things are crazy long. I mean, look at that. You drill a hole in the top to put the bolt in with some spacers, and then you drill a hole in the bottom to put the brake in with some spacers. And so that's going to lower the brakes, but I'm not using these brakes. I'm going to use a bottom side pull Diacomp brake in the back, and in the front I'm using a center pull Diacomp. This is going to be tricky to show you what I'm doing and also measuring, so I want it about here. So I'm gonna put it next to it, right? You can't really see. I'm gonna put it right there. I'm gonna put it on this side. Right there. Put it right there. I think the best to do is just do it by eyeball, and then just duplicate it on the back. In other words, just kind of eyeball it here, drill it out, and drill the same hole, same spot on the rear brace. So, center of my thumb there. Whoops. Alright. Center of my thumb, so that aluminum is super easy to scratch. I'm just going to use the drill bit to kind of mark it. So there. Okay, that's the back brake, and now the front, I'm just going to do the same. About right there. I'll scratch it, and I want to do it as low as I can so that you get the more power out of it. The closer you are to the wheel, the better power you get. Okay, so let's see. I think that would be appropriate. Yeah. I'll go lower. Right there. Okay. That one's pretty low, but I think it'll work. Alright. So I'm gonna finish marking this off with a Sharpie. And then punch those out. Or do a little punch to start the drilling. Good, see that? That one's gonna be close. All right, here we go. Key is to do it nice and slow. Again, aluminum is super soft. What I'm using are these old brake pad, some old spacers from some brake pads. Perfect for spacers. I have to make sure I do the same exact spacers for the bottom. Perfect. Okay. Nice. All right. The washer. So in theory, this is going to work. Just going to hand tighten it just for now. So so far that's the top. Right. So I don't need spacers obviously on the top, but I'm gonna need a whole bunch in the back. And you think maybe you don't need a spacer, but what will happen, you tighten that up, those spacers, these braces are gonna bend, and then you're gonna have problems. So who wants problems? I don't want problems. Whew. It just fits. So I've got a whole mess of spacers here. I'm gonna figure out which ones will fit. So
So this is going to be a little tricky. And a thing to note, you don't necessarily need to use brake pad spacers. I have oversized bolts on here, all kinds of stuff. So let's see how this goes. Sorry if you can't see, but I latched up the back so I could fit the spacers on. And almost there. Wow, this is tight. This is a tight. That's perfect. So that's it, the DIY drop bolt. Pretty easy, you just need a file, aluminum stock, make sure it's thick enough, and a drill, of course. Pretty easy to convert one of these Raleigh 20s to have a shorter reach, enabling better braking power. I certainly recommend you checking out the site and trying this on your own if you need to mount a shorter reach caliper. All right, thanks. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe, and see you at the next video.